Booktube, it's Chelsea. We're hanging out here late on a Friday. Just got off work. I got my yoga pants and my decaf. Coming at you today with a discussion video. The past couple weeks on YouTube, I saw a video first by Ariel Bissett and then by Megan Olivier on the topic of, as you probably saw, sex in young adult books. And I immediately wanted to join in on the conversation. I have always been a joiner, so I wanted to throw my 2 cents in. And with the recent shootings at the UC campus and the, YesAllWomen hashtag, I'll link a story down below for those of you who do not live in this country or who don't know what I'm talking about. This seemed just like a good time, and I just felt really motivated to go ahead and just throw this video out to you guys tonight. To start with, just a couple of disclaimers. One, I understand that for personal, moral, religious, or ethical reasons, not everybody will read or wants to read sex in books at all at any age. And I understand that, and I respect that. I get it. However, I still don't think that invalidates the importance of sex in teen books, hence kind of the reason why I'm making this video. And the second thing I wanted to say is just that for the purpose of this video, when I talk about YA, I'm really talking about that age between probably like 14 and 18, like maybe 13, like 13 to 18, let's say, really the teenage years. Because I feel like younger or older than that, we start to get into like, J fiction or new adult, which are different genres with different expectations. So that's kind of how I'm defining my parameters when we talk about this. And you can comment down below if, you have other opinions on why it might be important to define it a different way. But getting into the conversation, I think that sex in young adult books is not only incredibly important, it's also incredibly underdone. We need more sex in teen books. That's the most blunt way I have to put it. We need more sex in teen books. And I think that there's not enough sex, there's not enough well-written, honest, true-to-life depictions of what sex can be when you're a teenager. I looked it up, and I can drop a link below if you guys request it. I looked up the average age of virginity loss in this country, and it's around 17. For men, it's like 17 and a half for women, so who knows what that's about. So... But, and that's dropped. That's down from a couple years ago. And so I just think that it's a thing that needs to be talked about, that we're not talking about. And not every sexual experience is, 1, a virgin experience, and 2, is not a rape experience. And I say that because it seems like in probably 80 to 90% of the books I read, those are the 2 categories that the sex falls into. It's either really sweet and virginal and romantic and candlelight and rose petals and all of that, or it's from the extremely dark side of the sexual experience spectrum, and it's rape or incest or sexual abuse or date rape and those experiences. I'm sure you can all think of those books that you've read. But there's so much more to the sexual experiences than that, and the spectrum of what sex can be and what it can mean. And it's not always true love. Sometimes it's just fun, even if you're 17. And sometimes it's really awkward, and it's uncomfortable, and it's gross, and sometimes it's just boring, and sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's not. But the point is that teens need to see that reflected in the things that they're reading, because that's what they're seeing in their lives, and that's what they're learning in their lives. Teens who aren't having sex or have friends who are, I would almost guarantee it. And so not introducing teens to that doesn't make it go away. It just makes them unprepared. And the unprepared thing is kind of what relates for me to the hashtag YesAllWomen. Like I said, I'll link the news down below, but basically what happened is that an extremely frustrated, mentally ill, misogynistic man went to a sorority house intending to kill the girls, and when he didn't find anybody home, he shot 2 women on the street. And he had put up YouTube videos and a manifesto of all of this ranting misogyny and negativity against women, and about how women were to blame for all the evils of the world and all his evils and all of these things. And since then, there's been this amazing pushback in the news and on Facebook and on Twitter with this hashtag YesAllWomen, about women calling out examples of everyday misogyny and what sexism in our country still looks like, and the fact that men aren't entitled to a woman's body, and men aren't entitled to think that they are, and women are not attacking all men when we attack the jerks, and but it's important for men to speak up, and just all of these things. I went further into the rabbit hole than I wanted to, but I can, if you guys let me know in the comments if you want me to put up a video on the hashtag and on kind of the issue of rape culture and gender and equality in this country, because clearly I have feels about it that's stemming from when I did sociology in college. I have thoughts, I have feelings. That's not what this video is about. But what this video is about is that in order to create a new generation of teens who think, or of adults who think and treat each other differently, in order to make step towards a future of a lack of misogyny, or at least a downplaying of sexism and misogyny in this country, we have to start teaching our teens, our teen girls and our teen boys something different. We have to start teaching teen girls how they should be treated and what their expectations should be. And we need to start treating boys how they should treat women and what their expectations should be. And all of these things, and what better place to do that than in the books and the movies and the music that they're getting when they're teenagers, when they're first starting to have their sexual experiences and form their sexual identities and really figure out how it is and is not okay to treat each other as members of the opposite sex in terms of our relationships and our maybe potential sexual interactions. I just don't think that there's any more important time or more important thing to be teaching the people in this country if we want to work towards a place where women do not have to live in fear. And it's not even fear that all women are going to be raped. It's the fear that I can't walk out in these yoga pants to get my mail without some dude just feeling like he can stare at my butt when it's my butt, and that doesn't give him the right to stare at it. And teaching teen girls that and teaching teen boys that is how we grow up with adults who no longer think that. And that's why I think that sex in books and sexual relationships and the way we interact with each other sexually as members of opposite genders is such an important thing that's not being reflected in today's books. And I think it's not being reflected because, older adults, usually older adult males, run the publishing industry, and they are scared and they want to teach a company line of girls should be virginal, boys should always, always try to get laid and be the big man on campus. And to put a caveat to that, I can think of many books where the male lead character is not like that. One of the things that's been coming to light with this hashtag is this idea that even amongst kind of the nerdy guys or the geeky guys, like the Leonard Hofstetters or the, who am I thinking of? Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill myself. Levi, the protagonist from Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl, guys like Levi. The nice guys, that these guys, there's still kind of almost an expectation that they have that because they're the nice guys, they should get like more advantages, or that they should get to make out with us or go home with us or get dates with us because they're the nice guys, not the jerks. So why aren't they entitled to it? And it's because nobody is. And I feel like that's another side of the coin that's not being talked about. I'm sorry, this video is getting so ranty. I hope you guys have probably all clicked away by now. But the bottom line is that I think that teens are being they're being underestimated. I fully agree with Megan Olivier when she said that teens are being treated like they're stupid, like they can't handle it, like they don't understand it, like they're not ready for it. And they are. They're having sex at 17 on average. And that's an average. There are ones that are having sex way younger than that. There are ones who will not have sex until they get married. It takes all kinds. But there is not enough out there. That's my bottom line. There's not enough out there, and it's not serving the purpose it needs to be serving in the realm of young adult literature. That's all I have to say to you guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. If you're still with me by this point, please leave your comments down below. Please let me know what it is you think, what you feel, any books you've read that are in line with what I've been saying or contrary to what I've been saying. Hit me up on the social media and let me know. Check out the hashtag YesAllWomen. It's probably still trending. I haven't looked at it today yet, but it's got so many good things. And there's a new hashtag that's called Real Men Can. That's a great response from actual guys who are feminists and who are helping us females at large fight the battle against misogyny. And it's just great stuff. Great stuff. because you're not already on Twitter. You can't lie to me. I know you're already on Twitter, so go check it out. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I'll be back early next week with both a June haul and a May wrap-up, assuming things go according to plan. And the noise from the dog means it's time to sign out. All right, I love you guys. Bye.